This little girl is always pretending to be an adult. She even pretends to be her mom at parent-teacher meetings. That's because her mother is unreliable. When she wins a softball game, her mom isn't there watching her. After the game, there is supposed to be a parent meeting, but her mom is far away, busy taking care of her younger brother, while talking on the phone at the same time. Annie has no choice. She can only pretend to be a parent at the meeting herself, because they have successfully advanced to the next round. Everyone is required to pay a fee of $1,600. The moment Annie hears this, she panics. Her mom has just lost her job. Facing such an unreliable mother, Annie feels completely helpless and hopeless. But is everything really the way she thinks it is? Just so she could come and watch Annie's game that day, her mom spent all the savings she had put aside over several months. She even prepared a special gift for her daughter, but her boss coldly tells her that she must work overtime that day. Even so, she still takes the risk of being fired and rushes to the game with her son to support Annie. At the field, she cheers for Annie the entire time. Suddenly, a parent behind her says something hurtful. She turns around to argue with them. While the parent meeting is going on, she suddenly receives a call from her manager. He directly tells her that she has been fired. No matter how much she begs, he refuses to change his decision. But when Annie walks over to her, she immediately pulls herself together. She tells Annie how happy she is that she made it to the finals, because Annie has always been her pride. On the way home, her mom gives Annie the carefully prepared gift. It's a pair of sneakers Annie has wanted for a long time, but Annie is very thoughtful and mature for her age. She knows the shoes must be expensive, so she doesn't tell her mom about the tournament registration fee. Instead, she decides to dress up like an adult and take a job at a small shop on the street corner. She even sets up a little stand in the school bathroom, tutoring classmates to earn some extra money. She goes against her own conscience and agrees to help a classmate cheat on an exam. Unfortunately, she is caught by the teacher on the spot. When her mom hears the news, she can't believe it at all. But Annie doesn't want her mom to worry, so she lies and says it was just a misunderstanding. After hearing Annie's explanation, her mom finally breathes a sigh of relief. She immediately rushes to the school and explains everything clearly to the teacher. When she walks out of the office, she even feels a trace of pride in her heart. But suddenly, a group of parents surrounds her from behind. They not only mock her for being a poor single mother, but also maliciously accuse Annie of doing something she shouldn't have done. No matter what others say, she trusts Annie 100%.
Listen up! First off, I would never violate my daughter's privacy. I've raised her to be strong, smart, beautiful, hilarious, and capable. I trust my daughter 100%.
The next day is the final, but Annie is still $200 short of the $1,600 fee. She looks at the pair of shoes her mom gave her and finally decides to list them online for sale. Unexpectedly, a buyer appears very quickly, but during the transaction, Annie realizes the buyer is actually her classmate and clearly has bad intentions. Annie immediately grabs the shoes back and turns around to run as fast as she can. But the group continues to chase after her. Annie falls into trouble once again. This time, how will she manage to overcome the challenge in front of her?